the second to last episode. One of you four will be walking home with $1 million NT.
A brick maze that had contestants all working together for the last time led to a surprise from home.
We love you, Fabian.
We know you can win. Go Team Jimmy.
We're so proud of you.
We're so excited to be making this video for you.
For the next few challenges, you will need help.
This help came in the form of a physical surprise. Family members and loved ones from all over the world flew to Taiwan to join contestants to compete in team challenges and experience life as a Fun Taiwan contestant. It was a wet, wild, emotional, and unforgettable episode. When gold was discovered here in Jiufen, a sleepy town of 9 families boomed to become one of the most important mining towns in Asia. Will contestants be as lucky today and strike gold of their own?
So can you believe it? We're finally here, the final episode of the Fun Taiwan Challenge. And these are our 4 finalists. I can't believe it. Our last episode, guys. One of you, at the end of this episode, is going to be 1 million NT richer. So today is going to be a time challenge. You're going to be running around. Whoever reaches me at the final destination first, you'll win the first pick at the last Formosa card. Okay, let's do it. Please follow me. Come.
With the help of Jiufen locals, our 4 finalists must scour the city for recycled cans. Then it's back to the workshop where they'll cut out colored pieces to match the drawing in their board. When they finish, they'll use their found art to lead them to their next password and location.
Okay, start. Good luck.
Go, you guys.
When we first left the place, I went up some stairs that I thought, would take me to a road. I didn't even really know where it would take me. And Nico followed me. And so I stopped at the first house I saw, and Nico kind of stopped at the next one. So we were all together. And I actually went to a tea shop and asked for some cans, and the guy gave me actually a box and some big cans. And so I was really happy, but then I didn't see Nico, so I thought he was ahead of me. And I was worried that he was going to get all the cans before I could.
May I have? Danny? Oh. Huh? Yeah.
Should I use a trash can? Let's see. There's no cans.
The first task was to find the cans to make our artwork. I know Taiwan's really good in recycling. We all have a joke between us that, it's hard to find a bin in Taiwan. I mean, the place is clean, but there's no bins anywhere. So as soon as we found out we had to find rubbish, we just started laughing. And I know recycling is really big here, so I thought I might happen upon a lot of the shops keep all the recycling and everything, so I thought it was going to be fairly easy just going to the shop and just picking up some recycling.
Empty cans?
Just found a recycling guy who gave me a can. I'm not sure if he was too happy. Just a beer can, but this is a good start. Now I can ask people if they have any cans.
The trash cans, I think. Cans? I went to random stores and I was asking for cans, and that didn't really help because, not everybody speaks English. So I was trying to ask people whether they can, maybe tell me the word, like what does can mean in English. But then I was like, do you speak English? And I said, yeah. And I said, maybe can you help me? Just, translate for me. I really need some aluminum cans. And then, so I'm like, yeah, they try to help me. And I said, can you maybe come with me? So I said, maybe you just help me 20 minutes. And that worked out well. Yellow, orange, and red, really. People like pijo, right? People like beer.
empty, like no more.
No more. No
That's what I need.
A few very nice ladies actually bought some cans, drank them, and gave me the empty cans, so they were really nice.
So nice people, such nice people. They're actually emptying a can for me, so. Shesheni, thank you very much.
Nico does not seem to have a lot. So he just saw me. I was trying to be like silent, so that he's now hurrying up.
Good smells coming out of here.
Yes. Sheshe. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
Every colour but brown there.
Shesheni. Oh, thank you.
I could be a little too short on either orange or brown, but I think I've got enough, like, yeah, enough colors.
Fabian arrives second to find Karen already working. Niku and James are still on the hunt, but not far behind.
It was more difficult than I imagined to do the mosaic, even though we had the colors already put on the piece of wood. It was very difficult to cut the aluminium in just the right way. The nails, everything was pretty difficult.
Finding out that I came in last, you know, by, Karen was like half an hour in front of me, or 25 minutes, something ridiculous, and I was 10 minutes behind the second last person, which was Niku, so I was a little bit stressed. And then got in to make the artwork, and I don't know, you know, the last time I had to do something fiddly, I was useless at it.
I know that Fabian and Karen just took their time to do it as good as they could, but me and James, both of us, just went as fast as we could, just beat the nails in there and just make it happen as fast as possible.
I got in second in the first place. I lost an enormous amount of time. Jimmy was like nailing it in the true sense of the word. He was like really quick. I think he was 27 minutes behind Karen when we started, and he got out there first. So that was an amazing job. I don't know how he did it, but he had a decent amount of cans, so he could waste a lot of aluminum, I guess.
Okay, sure. When I made it, I was out first, and I lucked in and found a Japanese tour guide, and she knew exactly what it was straight away.
Well, I need to know the name of this. I think it's an island or a mountain or...
It's good when you give someone with a fresh set of eyes to look at something and they picked it straight away.
You just want to know
just the name.
I was really lucky. I ran into a group of kids, like, you know, probably 7 or 8 kids, and so they could all talk to each other. And I think, you know, one said, oh, maybe it's a harbor, and so he was telling me how to spell harbor, but somebody else was saying, no, I think it's something else. And they could say, like, oh, maybe it is a lantern. And so they could actually, if it's just one person, sometimes they kind of freeze and they don't know. But it's a bunch of kids, so they all started talking to each other, and eventually we figured it out.
Lantern.
Oh, lantern?
Yeah. Maybe in Pincy.
But then finally, I just, you know, not even because they told me, but just because I know that a lot of times the she is spelled with an X, I just tried P-I-N-X-I, and that ended up working. So then I kind of got the spelling on my own. Thank you.
So it turned out that pretty much everybody was faster than me, which sucked. Because I've not been in that situation before, you know, being the last one, knowing it under pressure, and you totally know what you can lose. I mean, and then, you know, the master watching you and only you, because there's nobody else, makes you even more nervous. And I'm constantly losing. All right, the big one over here.
Ping Shi! I'm ahead now, and I just need to stay that way.
Do you know what this is? Yes. Do you know what this is? Yes. What type of lantern? Bingxi in English. Bingxi.
My wild guess is that we're going to be, I don't know, either launching them, like creating them, building them from scratch and getting them to fly in the sky, or we're going to be reading something off the side of them, off ones that are already flying up.
I think there's some kind of password that we need to find out, because the second file in the folder is password protected as well. So I think we need to open this file with what inspiration we get from the skies in Pingxi.
Thank you.
Every new year, for good luck, sky lanterns are released into the sky here in Pingxi. Contestants enjoy this tradition as their next challenge, but these lanterns not only bring good fortune, they hold the clue which will lead the contestants to the final challenge.
All right, congratulations. Welcome to Shifen here in Pingxi. And you had a clue, which was to
Search the skies for inspiration.
and hopefully you'll find what you're looking for. Good luck.
Okay. Yeah, when I got to the bridge, it said look to the sky, and I saw some lanterns floating up, and then I saw a letter on the first one. I started writing down all the letters I saw, and there were different letters on different lanterns. And it was hard to tell what if it was starting over again or how many letters there were. So you kind of just keep watching.
Yeah, when we arrived and I jumped on the bridge, I could see Karen was obviously looking in one direction. So I looked in that direction. I could see that there was a few lanterns that have been put up in the sky. So next thing was I could see that she was writing down something. So obviously there was something important on those lanterns. So I saw the letters and I just started to write down the letters. Luckily I had a piece of paper. I still had the map that I got from the last place with all the wrong spelling and everything on it, which was a map of this place, which came in handy.
Okay, got Karen, followed very closely by Jimmy. We don't know who's next. It could be Fabian, it could be Niku. When they get here, they're also going to look to the skies for their next clues, and then we'll see who figures it out next.
I know that Karen and Fabian are going to work together. They have been for weeks now. From the start, I always thought I'd never work with anyone, but now being in this position with Niku, you know, I'm much weaker by myself, and so is he when those two are working together, so we started to work together. So I just let him see all my letters straight away. Karen was sitting in the background. She knew she wouldn't, we wouldn't help her. She hasn't helped him in the past, so why would he help her? And, he must have tried night market about 3 times, and then luckily he wrote the whole word in capitals, which I'm not sure I would have thought of. And when he did that, we both got it, and we were in and out fairly quickly. And very happy to be in front of them, and then, with us leaving, obviously that makes her very stressed.
Okay, who's first? Niku.
We're both.
Okay, good, go. Okay, good, go. Wow, okay, Niku actually just arrived and he's already got the password. Let's see when Fabian's gonna arrive. I think anytime now. I think I just see his car.
So he came last. Niku and James had already left. And he came and he's like, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm like, these are the letters, it's an anagram, help me, help me. And he's like looking at the lanterns and I'm like, stop looking at the lanterns. These are the letters, I just can't figure it out. And I was just telling him, it's okay, you don't need to see the lanterns, just help me figure it out. And he actually did. I think he helped me get night market. So we did work together and we finished, just like the other boys worked together. They finished together and we finished together. Night market, go.
Good, Deb, go. All right, finally we got the 2 of them. They are off the bridge. They finally got the last clue, which was night market. Now this is their next destination. This is also their final destination, and I will be waiting for them at the finish line. This is going to determine who wins the final episode of Fun Taiwan Challenge, and then from there we'll find out who wins 1 million.
Night markets are synonymous with food, food, and food. And Huaxi has everything you've ever wanted or never wanted to try. The moment we've all been waiting for.
Welcome to the night markets. This is the favorite pastime of the Taiwanese people. You can eat here, you go shopping here, you play games here. It's pretty much what you do all night. This is to be your final challenge. Now not only of this episode, but of the entire Fun Taiwan Challenge. So James, you're currently in first position. Our followed only by 30 seconds by Niku. Karen, you're only 8 minutes, 26 seconds behind. And Fabian just a few seconds after that. You're here in the night markets. Next to me, I have your first game. Now you'll see there's Huaxi Street Night Market, Ningxia Night Market, and Raohe Street Night Market. Behind each of these squares is a clue to a mission. Each one of you has to complete 2 missions from Huaxi, 1 mission from Ningxia, and 1 mission from Raohe, where I will be waiting for you for the finish line. You can choose randomly. You must choose 2 from the green, 1 from the pink, 1 from the blue. James, you get to go first.
So we have to see what the next task is, which I think may have something to do with eating. I mean, the night markets are all about eating, so the upcoming challenge could be eating as much as possible with this wonderful night market food, so it will be very interesting, and you know, hopefully it is that, because I know they eat a lot of meat in these things, and for Karen that's going to be tough for her. Karen's a vegetarian. We've been to a few dinners and she struggled to find stuff to eat. She doesn't like anything mixed with meat or anything like that, and if it's a food challenge and you have to eat meat, obviously it's going to be really good for us, because, you know, that's going to be a tough decision for her whether she goes ahead. I'm not even sure she would eat it.
Looking very confused.
Yeah, by that last one, right?
Okay, Nico, you're next.
Just for the record, last time I picked number. The first cards I picked was a duck on a plate, so I was sure that was an eating challenge, and a snake card, which I thought it's either an eating challenge or it's something to do with snakes, manipulating snakes or touching snakes or not being afraid of a snake. But because I know Huaxi Street is known as the Snake Street, and I know there are shops that sell snake meat and blood and so forth, I was more convinced that it's going to be a snake eating challenge.
Okay, Karen, you're next.
I think Fab and I probably have an advantage in the night market, just because if it has to do with buying stuff or selling stuff or even just navigating the stalls, I think we've kind of gone out more. We have a little bit more feel of what goes on kind of in the Taiwanese markets. I know Nico hates challenges that have to do with communicating with people, so there'll be a lot of people there no matter what, so hopefully we have a little bit of advantage over the guys. And I also know Fab can eat, so if it's an eating challenge, he can hopefully pull that one out. I'm not as good at that as the boys are.
All right, Fabian.
You don't really know what it is, but in general, night market is a good thing because you communicate with people, which might be an advantage because Nico does not really like communicating with people. Karen and I travel a lot, so does Jimmy, so I see him in the best position, but you don't know. So just try our best and hope that it works out well.
Okay, contestants, you all have 4 clues in your hands. Inside the tablet PCs, you have the description of every single person's mission. You must find your mission and complete it. You begin here in Huaxi, where you have 2 missions that you need to complete. Only when you have completed will you get a pass. If for some reason you do not pass, there is a penalty. You'll have to return to me and wait with me for 30 minutes. From then, you go to Ningxia. Then you go to Raohe. I'll be waiting for you at Raohe at the finish line. Okay, contestants, are you ready? James, you're first. Go. Niku, go.
Asia Venomous Snake Center. Finish all of the snake meat, soup, blood, gallbladder, and semen. I'm gonna eat snake semen. The first challenge that I found was actually the snake one, and I had to eat snake meat, vegetables, and snake meat combined, and drink snake blood, gallbladder, and semen. Oh. This was blood, this was semen, that's gallbladder.
would just look bad, and just the idea that you're drinking that is a little bit bad, but it's supposed to be good for you, so I just went for it. I just finished them quickly. And the problem was, for me, was actually the vegetables. I had to eat a lot of vegetables that made my stomach very full. And they were soaked in oil, which made me gag a few times. Thank you. I'll take this with me. Next one.
Finish the entire spicy hot pot meal, including the soup, congealed pork blood, rice, duck blood jelly. Ni hao.
I haven't had one before, and everyone keeps telling me that I should have gone to a spicy hot pot place, and this is the first one I experienced. Really spicy. I mean, I like spicy food, but that was extremely spicy, as you can tell by the sweat that was coming off my face.
Not that hungry.
There's a few entrails, which I'm not exactly sure what they were, but you know, everything tasted okay. It's just there's so much of it. I didn't expect there to be that much food. I think I nearly spewed twice. Not because of the taste, just because I'm just trying to fit that much food in at once.
I didn't expect there to be this much. There is a lot in here. I shouldn't have eaten for 2 days.
There's just so much of it. It just never ended. And then when I found out I had to drink the rest of the, you know, the soup or whatever's left, the liquid, that was a struggle. But you know, I got it down. So
I was all about win-win-win today. Now I'm just about survive. This is just... I wish Karen got this. There's no way she could finish this.
Alright, eat all the fried and stewed sticky tofu and pickled vegetables. I actually like sticky tofu. It actually tasted really good. But, you know, there were 2 plates there. They were both about the size of my head. And it was too much to go into my stomach. And I had to give up. It doesn't taste bad though. It's just hot. And that is more food than I eat in 3 days. So I had just eaten so much tofu. I finished one of the plates of tofu. I'm gonna leave this here. Okay. And go find a drink and come back. Drink all the medicinal bitter Chinese herbal tea. And I thought, okay, I'll drink the tea and I'll come back and finish the second plate. That was my plan. So I thought the tea, you know, would actually help digest the tofu. And then I get there and the tea is, you know, the biggest cup of tea I've ever seen. And I'm like, it's okay, you know, I can still drink a lot of it. I start drinking it and it just is so bitter and tastes horrible. I thought, you know, it's one thing of tea. Even if I go slowly, 30 minutes is a long time. I can finish this in 30 minutes. Who would drink this stuff? This is the worst stuff I've ever tasted. So then I just knew that it was over. I was just taking too long on both challenges. You know, 30 minutes just seems like such a long time, and it's tea. Like, you can just drink it. And I thought, you know, if I just take one sip every second, like, that's a whole 30 minutes is a whole lot of seconds. And I thought I'd be able to finish it, even though it was you know, so bitter and so bad tasting. But then I realized I'd been there for almost 20 minutes and I wasn't even halfway yet. So then I realized that I should probably just give up.
It was kind of funny because until I saw it, I still was kind of denying the fact that it might be an eating challenge. Soup, eggs, gallbladder, and blood. I was not really happy. Just saw like words like gallbladder and blood and so on, which I had to eat and drink. So I wasn't quite happy about it. Actually, turtle meat isn't really bad. I just dislike the fact of eating turtles because I think they're cute animals.
Okay, 谢谢.
Yeah? What do you have?
你好，谢谢。
I've never eaten frog before, so that was definitely a first for me. I've always been curious about it, but I've never ordered it.
I'm gonna have to see how big this plate is. If it's too big, I'm gonna have to give up. I haven't given up on any of the challenges, but this one's too big. There's a lot. There is a lot.
And then when my dish came out, I was hoping it was just going to be 2 frogs, but I think it was 4 or 5. They were all right. They didn't taste too bad. I had to eat the skin, which was a little bit different for me. But the skin didn't taste bad either.
Not bad.
It was just, I was so full from the previous meal that was so hard to eat. The meat was nice, just picking it apart. The soup was nice too. Just, I mean, after so much liquid and entrails and all sorts that I was eating, and then I had to eat the frogs, and they actually looked like they were about to jump out of the bowl. So that was tough, but you know, the taste wasn't bad at all. It was just trying to shovel food as quick as possible that I was definitely struggling with.
I'm about 2 more mouthfuls away from spewing.
Afterwards, I had to go to the duck shop. Once I found it, I saw that it was a very big amount of meat. There was no more vegetables, but it was a lot of meat. I looked at the watch and started eating, and I ate a claw and a little bit of neck, and I saw that it already 5 minutes have passed. So I said, there's no way I can finish all of this in half an hour, so it's better to go, take the penalty, the half-hour penalty, and then I can just go. I was very, very full, and there was no way I could eat that much food, and especially in half an hour.
It's too much meat. I can't eat this much.
Do you speak English? Is that? Good. Yeah.
To be honest, I would rather go for a second plate of turtle than the cow intestines. Very chewy. Didn't like it. Also, I was full already. I wasn't quite sure whether that would be, you know, putting him off as they are eating, or whether they actually wanted me to puke. Yeah, they were like all watching me, and they saw like gagging me. So in the end, I'm happy that I didn't throw up.
In Ningxia, contestants will have to play night market games before they can head to Raohe, where they will have to endure 30 minutes of night market traditions like facial threading and reflexology before they can head to the finish line.
Down that way. Okay, sure.
When I first saw it, I thought it was an eating challenge. So when we found out that it was all games, I was pretty happy with it. I hadn't tried it. I've seen them do it, but I didn't realise they were doing it with little paper bags. So the bags ripped so easily when you're trying to chase a fish, and the fish was swimming through the paper. It was something that took a little bit of technique and patience, and I think I worked it out fairly quickly. So it didn't take me too long.
Good share. Right, I'll do the next one.
So I had to play this bottle game. As I got there were like 4 different bottles. The first one I think I got fairly early, but then it turned out that they had different undergrounds. So the one was like almost a carpet, so it was fairly easy to get that one. But the other surfaces were like really slippery, and then one was also a bit slanted even. So I was just yelling at the bottles and releasing a lot of swear words in German.
Hello, you know.
After that, I went to the second night market where I was supposed to throw rings. It doesn't look like very challenging, but when I went there and I started throwing rings, I realized that the rings are very, very light. So they actually float on air, and they never have the same trajectory. You try to throw it the same way, but they never fly the same way. So it's all about luck. And I think it took me 20 minutes to realize that I can actually throw more than one ring at a time. And it took me a long while to get the first balls completed. And I think I got 3 after 30 minutes, and I was supposed to take 6. I don't think there was anything that I could have done better. It's just luck. And you can be lucky and get all 6 of them, or none. It's just about luck.
more about just like speed and quantity more than skill. I think some of the other ones involved concentration and skill and even more luck. Mine wasn't any of that. Mine was just go, 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 go. By the time I got to Ningxia, no other cars were there, and the boys were not playing their game, so I knew they had already left. So I knew, you know, there was no catching up at that point. Thank you.
Luckily, the night market was like already closing down, and there was that one really like bright beauty store, and I figured out that was it. And then I had that lovely facial treatment, which kind of hurt, but I think it made my skin a little bit softer.
How can people make money out of this?
You know, in the end, it was all right because I kind of knew that I was winning. So I was waiting for like 10 minutes until Nico arrived, and Nico said, yeah, Jimmy's around, but then at some point I saw him running back to where we came.
So it was a pretty strange experience, but you know, I can say I did that now in Taiwan.
All right, enjoy the rest, Nico.
Yeah, how about the knife massage? Very, very interesting. When I first saw the card, I had no idea what it was. It just looked like a meat cleaver and a body. So when I found out that it was a knife massage, I was definitely interested.
It's okay.
You know, when I got there, he showed me how sharp the knife was and just cut paper very easily with it. And then before you know it, he was chopping on the top of my head. Very strange feeling.
Oh, the nipples. Yeah, nipples. Oh, what's the nipples?
And then he was chopping down my arms, and he chops my chest. He's even given me a few little cuts here and there, like on my legs, but that was interesting.
I was a little bit worried when he got the knife out in my head, but it's turned to be quite relaxing.
And my third mission was the foot massage in Raha Street, and the woman, she just started on my feet. I could just see in her eyes, and she had a little bit of a grin on her face that she was just gonna go as hard as she could, and she did. It really, really hurt. There were a few times where I didn't think I could make it. Okay, 1 minute break. Just a little bit gentler, a little bit gentler. None of those three boys could have handled the foot massage. I know it. I know I have a higher pain tolerance than they do, so it's fine that I got it, because all three of them would have cried. I'm sure of it. I survived. I got in there. I passed the mission, and I, finished the challenge.
1, 2, 3.
You have come in first.
Last challenge.
The last challenge. Please stand on here.
Oh, stand over here. Sure.
Welcome.
That is interesting.
Hey, thanks for joining the party. Please. Welcome to the finish line. The night is winding down. This competition is also coming to a close. There's only one last thing. That is to determine which of these four, standing right next to me, is going to win. All together now, 1 million NT. Dun, dun, dun. This is it. We are finally here at this moment. 4 contestants, but there can only be one Fun Taiwan Challenge champion. For the final time, let us meet the final 4. There's Karen. Our lovely MIT graduate, the queen of puzzles. Her hair has gone from red to red and to fire. Karen, she is the last remaining woman of the final 4. Next, we have Jimmy James. his childhood being chased and tickle-tortured by his older sisters, but he has truly, absolutely fallen in love with Taiwan. Beer. Next we have Fabian. Come here, Fabian. Our German student who started in Taiwan not wanting to eat seafood, but who has eaten his way all around the island. Fabian. And last but not least, we have Niku. All the way from Romania, Niku has had lots of firsts here in Taiwan, including the first time ever being on a boat. And he is our contestant with the longest hair. Now, the four of you, the final four, we're finally here.
In the final game, contestants will have 13 cards to play in 6 separate levels. Each card is worth 1 point, and the contestant with the most points wins. In level 1, 2, and 3, a single card is played. The highest card in each level is worth 1 point. In the next level, 2 cards are played. The highest pair is worth 2 points. In the next level, 3 cards are played. A 3 of a kind wins over a pair and is worth 3 points. Finally, in the last level, 5 cards are played. A straight flush beats a straight, which beats a full house and is worth 5 points.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it over with.
Let's get it over with. There is 1 million that's waiting for one of you here. But before we do that, Karen, you came in last in this last competition.
Yes.
Fabian, you came in first. So that means you'll be randomly choosing 1 card for Karen. So, Fabian, you've decided to give to Karen which card?
Karen, you get this card. Just it is a 12 bear, and it is gonna be sacrificed. My strategy is a team strategy, and I'm working together with Karen, obviously. I just gave her my highest card, that is a 12 bear. That one she needs to gain 5 points.
If Fabian or Karen, only one of them gets the 5 remaining points of the game, we're going to be tied.
I think we've got more chance, but the others, they need to get 5 points. They can't, they can only tie with us, and then it comes down to who's got the biggest card. So strategy is to work with Niku, and I'm kind of blocking, getting at the early points, and then hopefully he can get a point up there and then come down the bottom.
All 4 of you have 12 cards. That means that there is still 1 card left before you have everything you need. Very key cards I'm holding in my hand right now. Now, Fabian, you came in first, so you get first pick of the final 4 Formosa cards. And you get to choose them in front of everybody.
Contestants now choose the final card to complete their hand of 13 Formosa cards, which they've accumulated by surviving each episode.
You now all have 13 cards. That means you survived 13 episodes. Behind you, you have your slots. You know the rules of the game. The person with the most points wins. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. Please go to your boards. And best of luck.
They must arrange all of their cards in 6 levels, and contestants will not be able to change the order once they are in place.
James, you ready?
Yeah.
Niku, finished. Fabian, Karen. Final 4. Are you ready? Yes. I'm really getting goosebumps. I'm so excited. I'm so anxious. Okay. Contestants, please flip card number 1. Now.
James, 13 of bears, Fabian, 12 of butterflies, Niku, 5 of bears, Karen, 12 of birds.
James, you've won 1 point.
Good start.
Very good start. Contestants, Please flip your second card. Now. 12 of bear, 10 of butterfly.
James, 10 of butterflies, Fabian, 9 of birds, Niku, 12 of fish, and Karen, 12 of bear.
The 12 of bear beats Niku's 12 of fish. Karen, you get 1 point. Contestants, get ready. Please flip your third card. Now.
James, 11 of birds, Fabian, 5 of fish, Niku, 10 of bears, Karen, 13 of fish.
Again, Karen, you get another point. Okay, now we're down to our 2 cards, our pair. Contestants, please flip now.
James, pair of 13s, Fabian, pair of 2s, Niku, pair of 9s, Karen, pair of 10s.
Okay, pair of 13s. James, congratulations. You've won 2 points. Okay, we have 3 cards. 3 of a kind is the highest.
James, 3 7s, Fabian, 3 8s, Niku, 3 1s, Karen, 3 11s.
3 11s. Karen, you've won 3 points. We have 1 row left. There are still 5 cards to be won. Whoever wins this last 5, should there be a tie, will go to the highest card. Contestants, are you ready? Please flip. Please flip your final card now.
James and Karen do not have a straight. Fabian has a 2 to 6 of birds, Niku has a 3 to 7 of butterflies.
Niku, you have the highest straight. You have 5 points. You're now tied with Karen. We'll go to the highest card. Karen, your highest card is a 13 of fish. Niku, you have a 12. So the winner is Karen! Karen, you are the winner of the Fun Taiwan Challenge! Stay there. Come and get your big check!
1 million.
1 million NT. This is amazing. Come here, everybody. Y'all did an amazing job. Karen, you won! So this is the final of the finals. Karen is the winner of the Fun Taiwan Challenge. She is going to take home 1 million NT today. How do you feel? She's in shock right now, but we're going to party!
I feel awesome. I feel really so excited. I can't believe I won.
This is when all the hard work pays off, and we're like really happy right now.
Interesting. I'd like to have a chat with Karen and see what kind of deal she's done with Fabian, because this has definitely worked in his favour.
I'm probably gonna go for some traveling, visit, friends all over the world, and come back to Taiwan maybe, I don't know, but definitely travel.
Obviously not happy about it. I would have loved myself or Niku to win. But it's a game, I can't complain. I've seen the whole of Taiwan and met a lot of really cool people and done a lot of cool stuff and seen, so much of this beautiful country, so I can't really be upset at that.
I'm pretty happy to come to Taiwan and do 13 episodes, meet so many people and so many cultures, and then go back. It's
it is a win for me.
Taiwan is, beautiful, diverse scenery with really interesting, fascinating culture and warm and friendly people. I will absolutely come back. I cannot wait. I will definitely be back to Taiwan.